Time Wizard's effect has better odds in real life than it did in Duel Monsters.
In Duel Monsters, there is only a 1 in 3 chance of it gaining its positive effect.
However, in real life, there is a 50% chance it will gain that effect.
The Renkate Xyz monster with the highest defense has 3,500.
And that monster is Galaxy Eye's full armor Photon Dragon.
Mirror Force was the first card that could only be activated in response to an attack.
Decode Talker was the first Link monster summoned in range.
It was also the last Link monster Playmaker summoned.
Crush Card Virus had its original effect changed.
And this effect now belongs to Doom Virus Dragon.
Magic Cylinder was limited for almost 6 years.
It stayed limited for a total of 15 formats.
From the first mem list up until September 2010.
Black Skull Dragon was the first level 9 monster in the OCG.
Shadow Mist is the last non-fusion elemental hero monster Jaden summons,
which has the same attack as the first monster he summoned.
Both Shadow Mist and Avian have 1,000 attack points.
Twin-headed Behemoth was once the only dragon type that was limited.
It was limited because of its once per duel effect.
Because you could use the effect once for each copy of the card.
Dragon Shrine appears in the background of Keeper of the Shrine.
Wyverns are described as winged creatures with legs but no arms.
However, Ghost Wyvern and Clock Wyvern appear to have arms.
Millennium Shield states there are legends it can block any attack.
However, it appears in 2 card artworks getting destroyed.
Silent Tomb and Return of the Doomed are connected through their art.
One of the monsters that appears in Gagagorush is Rhykolite Sworn Hunter.
However, Gagagorush can't be used against this monster.
This is because Rhyko's effect was changed so it doesn't target.
Reaper of the Cards has a very unique stat line.
The numbers approximately translate to you're going to the Secret Mountain.
Number 76 displays a 7/6 times signature in its artwork.
Linear Equation Cannon is the only card that contains the word yes.
Leighton Koreshima had a card named after him and his son.
His son unfortunately passed away soon after he was born.
And the card made in respect to him was Protective Soul Elan.
And this card's effect directly mentions the card based on Leighton.
Konami keep a vault full of the first print of every card,
including one-of-a-kind cards like Tyra the Great Warrior.
However, this isn't 100% confirmed.
Some Yu-Gi-Oh manga have unique chapter names,
such as Zexo, where chapters are called ranks.
Or even in Duel Monsters, where chapters are called duels.
An Expected Die is a reference to the Terminator films.
Noble Knight Arturicus is the first monster to have a poem as its flavor text.
This monster is also based on King Arthur.
Some Yu-Gi-Oh cards have kanji on them,
such as Flame Swordsman or Crush Card Virus.
The kanji on Flame Swordsman means fighting flame,
and the kanji on Crush Card Virus means death.
Gaia the Polar Knight is a play on words,
referencing a polar night which occurs when the sun is below the horizon for over 24 hours.
And its counterpart, Gaia the Midnight Sun, is the opposite,
as a midnight sun happens when the sun is above the horizon for over 24 hours.
The god card that was summoned the most was Obelisk the Tormentor.
It was summoned 10 times during Duel Monsters.
The Winged Dragon of Ra and Sniper the Sky Dragon were level.
Both of them were summoned 8 times in Duel Monsters.
Cyber's Magician was the first ritual cover art card for a main set in 16 years.
The last one before that was relinquished for Spell Ruler.
Nightmare Wheel is based on a Breaking Wheel.
This was a torture device used for public executions.
Lightstream Dragon is the highest attack tuner monster.
Rocket Arrow Express has the highest attack in 3 different card types,
including Earth Attributes level 10s and machine type monsters.
However, these are all tied with other monsters.
It's time for a trivia round.
How many times does Yusei summon Stardust Dragon in 5Ds?
Is it A, 21?
Or is it B, 26?
Or could it be C, 32?
The correct answer is B,
Reinforcement's Japanese name is Reinforcement of the Army.
And Reinforcement of the Army's Japanese name is Reinforcement.
The trap monster with the highest attack has 3,000 attack points.
The card is your finished, and it's also tied for the highest defense.
The other trap monster with 3,000 defense is Metal Reflex Slide.
They also both happen to be level 10.
The cards in exchange were different in the original Japanese art.
A Nazca line that represents Red Nova Dragon is the serpent.
And all Earthbound Immortals were based on real-life Nazca lines.
However, at the time, the serpent was not discovered yet.
The serpent line was found 4 years after Red Nova Dragon's appearance.
The highest number printed on a card is 700 million.
This was an April Fool's card as a parody of Seven's Road Magician.
In the Sacred Cards and Forbidden Memories, Metamorph is a spell card.
No monster with wizard in its flavor text has higher stats than Dark Magician.
Jade and Yuki beat Chess Princeton 5 times in GX.
There is a level 1 normal monster with 2,100 defense points.
That monster is Charcoal and Patchy.
And no normal monsters level 1 to 4 have higher than 2,100.
There are also 10 level 4 normal monsters with 2,000 attack points.
And no normal monsters have over 3,000 attack or defense.
Shadow Spectre was not printed in the Shadow Spectre set.
Final Countdown's artwork has 20 flames in it.
This represents the 20 turns needed to win the duel.
And Swords of Revealing Light shows 3 swords for the 3 turns it is active.
Gladiator Beast replenishes shares features from 10 other monsters.
These are various other Gladiator Beast monsters.
The card is also based on the mythological character Hercules.
In the Zexal manga, Kite made number 38.
This is why the card has clear similarities to Galaxy Eye's Photon Dragon,
including the same attack and defense attribute and type.
The English version of the card rollout is a Transformers reference.
Jade and Yuki had Mirror Force but only used it once.
In GX, Darkness explains the universe originates from a card.
And the numeron code from Zexal is likely the card he described.
There have been over 170 dual discs in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Nobody actually knows for sure what Pot of Greed does.
Chaos and Ruo was shown in Zexal but never released.
It was also never summoned in Zexal or any other series.
It also never made an appearance in any Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga.
26 War monsters were released across 6 dual terminal systems.
And each of them represent a different letter of the alphabet.
Starting with Worm Apocalypse and ending with Worm Zero.
Avarice means greed in Latin.
So Pot of Avarice and Pot of Greed are technically the same thing.
Dark Artist has an effect that doesn't benefit the user in any way.
Hustle of Dark Illusions powers fiends in the anime and manga.
But in the TCG it powers zombie-type monsters.
The kanji that appears on the card reads as Yami.
This means either dark or darkness in Japanese.
Number 22 and Shadow of Eyes have gender-specific effects.
However, these effects only exist in the Zexal manga.
So you made it this far, but can you answer this?
How many different number cards did Yuma summon in Zexal?
Without including Utopia or any of its variants.
Leave your answers in the comments.